I'm trying to film a video and some yahoo is using their leaf blower. Hi, my name's Molly and I have hooded brown eyes. Today I'm going to be doing another tutorial with the Game of Thrones palette. If you haven't guessed, the subject of our video today is going to be Bay of Dragons. It's really pink and purple and yellow iridescent colors. I will warn you, they are not that pigmented. So if you've seen any of my other videos, your expectations are pretty low. But today, I need you to bring them down just a little bit. So if you have hooded eyes, hooded brown eyes, and you thought you never could wear all these pink and purple sparkly shades, you might be right. I'm not totally sure, but we're gonna try it today. This palette is so old and no one can get makeup right now and nothing's dropping, so I'm using all my makeup that I have loved over the years. I probably should be throwing it away. It's probably expired, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm the queen and I can do whatever I want. I've dressed appropriately as Daenerys Targaryen, and by that I mean I found a swath of this purple fabric in my sewing room. I have it tucked into my tank top. These are earrings that my sister-in-law Mandy made me. Thank you, Mandy, I love them so much. And I have braided my hair as much as I could. I can't do my hair, I'm so sorry. And I also feel like I look like every teenager in like 2001. Let's get into the video. I'm gonna start with this pink shade right here. Everybody get excited, I actually did my nails. And by that I mean I found these stickers at Walgreens called Coconut. And they're really pretty. Not super pretty, but I thought they were cute. It's a song of spring. So I'm gonna put that right up here. I'm gonna do things a little bit backwards today. Who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? This is not gonna show up. I'm gonna have to dig in with my finger. I'm gonna go in with my ring finger and dig right in. So I want that pink to be my highlight today. These colors are a little bit chalky, but that's okay. Hello. I'm gonna have to dig in deep. Look what I just did. Whoa, whoa. Maybe I can slop this all over. Maybe I can slop this all over my eyelid now. It's like a pink fantasy. Sweet, sweet fantasy, baby. Stop. Let's have a little GOT chat. What was your overall impression of Dany? I'll tell you mine. I think they sort of did Dany a little dirty. I don't feel like they built up that she was going to be the Mad Queen. I don't think you can do that in like 2 freaking episodes when her entire story up until that point was like the breaker of chains and then she's gonna kill everyone in King's Landing. I don't think so. I still love the show though. Do I think what Jon did to Dany was right? Yeah. He can't let her kill everyone, even though I don't think she would have done that in real life. Go ahead and put that in my scar, even though my scar isn't gonna show it, but whatever. I did like Dany and Jon together though. Don't get me wrong, I did. Even when they found out that they were related, I was like, maybe they'll get it worked out. Now I'm going to go into this color called Stormborn. It's purple and glittery. Y'all, I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to throw this palette away after these series because the makeup is very old, and as you just saw in that color Bay of Dragons, it doesn't want to come off, probably because it's older. When I made it come off, it chunked off in my hand. Now I'm going to attempt to go into Stormborn, this darker purple iridescent shade with this flat Eco Tools brush, but I have a feeling the same thing's going to happen. Unacceptable. I need Stormborn to bend the knee. I even primed my eyelids today with my primer. If you're interested in what I use to prime my eyelids, I don't even know if it's gonna work, but we'll see. I can link that down below. I'm just going to ever so gently put it in a little triangle over here. Then I'm gonna drag it out this way. Just a scotch. You know what sucks about Dani's ending though is that she was so loved throughout the entire series. I mean, at least by me and almost everybody that I knew. You know what? This isn't gonna work. I'm gonna go in with my finger. And then all of a sudden she became like worthy of being murdered by Jon Snow, which I definitely understand why he had to do it, but I just felt like her character was acting out of character. Still love it, not trying to hate on the show, it's still a great show, everybody calm down, but I think we all agree. You will bend the knee. So we're taking that all the way over here. You know what, when I look in the mirror and I look in this mirror, when I look in my camera and I look down here, this space is not so big. But it is in the camera, so it shows up on film. So I'm just using that brush to bring that color up a little bit. I'm gonna do the other eye off camera because nobody wants to watch me do the same thing and struggle the whole time. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with this yellow shade called Dothraki. I'm gonna go with my finger because God knows it's not gonna come off on my brush. It's my fault. I'm gonna go with my finger, dig it in, but hopefully don't ruin it like I ruined the last one. And I'm gonna go right in the middle. And we're gonna, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to flip anyone off. Remember when Dani went and bought that army of slaves and then liberated them, and then she went on to start the whole movement that was like, kill the monsters. If you love musical theater, you are joking or lying if you say you didn't immediately start singing Monster of the House, quick to catch your eye, never once a person but a person. You know you sang it. I did. Now I'm going to go into this shade called Bend the Knee, the most beautiful shade that was ever created by Urban Decay. I'm going to load this onto my teeny tiny ELF brush. You know what? I'm not going to throw this palette away. I know we talked about it and I thought about what you had to say, but I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to use it until it's garbage and totally trashed, or it gives me syphilis in my eye. That's how much I love this palette. I am willing to have an eye infection because I love this palette so much. I'm gonna go into this color with my pinky now because it doesn't want to come up on my... Can you see that color? My goodness gracious, great balls of fire. That is the most gorgeous color that was ever created in the world. Look at all that shine. Woo! I know that some people say that people with hooded eyes should not wear shimmer on their hoods. Most of the time this is correct. Actually, all the time it's correct, but I don't really care. Because it's my party and I'll burn all of King's Landing down if I want to. And also, you know, sometimes you just gotta break the rules and do what makes you happy. And yeah, oh my word. That's some fallout. I don't care though. I don't care. I'm still gonna keep using it. You just gotta do what makes you happy. Come on, world, there's a White Walker coming. Come on, get happy. There's a dragon that's destroying all of King's Landing. Come on, get happy. No, I know I'm not a good singer. I just like to sing. That is fun. Fun. Now let's blend with my Sigma E40 brush. The greatest brush that was ever created. I don't even want to blend these two. I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm breaking so many rules. I'm the breaker of chains and the breaker of rules. Just stop. Let's blend out some of these haggard corners over here too. Monster of the house. Stop. Monster of the house. Regular Voltaire. Thinks he's quite in love, but there's not much there. Okay. That's enough. When Dani was burning down all of King's Landing and they're all running, it's not funny. But it's a show, so whatever. But when they were all running, my phone started ringing and the ringtone for my phone was no, 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 no. And so to watch Arya be like running through the city, and it was like, it could have been a funny montage, like with different music, like no, 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 no. Just saying. Okie dokie, now I'm going to go back into that yellow shade, Dothraki. I'm actually not going to use this shade, this House Targaryen shade. It just doesn't vibe with me. It's almost like orangey, and I don't want to use it. And you can't make me, because I am the queen. You will all bend the knee. I'm gonna go under here, under my old eyelids that are wrinkling. Whenever I use primer, the skin around my eyelids gets so wrinkly and textured. But that's because I'm an old lady. But you know, old ladies want to have fun too. I'm making that face again, aren't I? I can tell I'm making that face. I go like this. I know, it's so gross. Or I go like this. I'm like Garth. Or Popeye. No, 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 no. I bet that's what those people were thinking in King's Landing. Now I'm gonna go back into Stormborn with my flat Eco Tools brush. Cars are gonna drive by and they're gonna ruin the ambiance that I'm trying to set, even though we're in my guest room / sewing room / office. And none of the background appears to be like Game of Thrones at all, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and make that stupid face that I always make, because that's what I do. Nobody can do the shimmy like I do. Nobody can burn King's Landing like I do. What a different scene that would have been if they would have played that music. Woo. We are getting some fallout, but that's okay. This is an older palette, so I'm not blaming it on the makeup. Also, I have makeup in my eyeballs. All right, I'm going to clean up this fallout. I'm going to put some mascara on, and then I'm going to use this purple liquid liner from Wet n Wild, and then we'll come back for the finished look. All right, guys, that's the finished look. I did top off my lips with some of this Bend the Knee, so I look like I'm going to a 90s rave. I used this Wet n Wild Mega Liner, purple liquid liner. The shade's actually, drop that. The shade's actually called Electric Purple. I would not recommend this. It was very difficult to work with, but I did manage to get a winged liner out of it. I did have to go over it a couple times, and it was so liquidy that it went into my eyeball, and it felt like acid, and I thought I was going to die. But then I didn't. I love the iridescent shades in this section of the palette. It just is fun and whimsical, and I think we all sort of need that right now. I still have a job. I'm still a nurse. It's still coronavirus time, and I'm not supposed to say that, but I just did. And I'm going to do whatever I can to distract myself, and that means doing wacky makeup looks. If you want to get a side look of the super cool braiding job that I did, this is so 90s. I feel like Patricia Arquette in the movie Stigmata. Thanks for checking out my video. If you want to see other videos similar to this, you can like this video, subscribe to my channel, or comment down below. I'll see you in the next one. Where are my dragons? You are my queen. You are my queen. You are my queen. You are my queen. You are my queen.